Hey everybody, I'm Protozoaman, and today we'll be playing a game called Die in the Dungeon. This is a roguelike game that's currently in early access on Steam. It is, like I said, it's a roguelike, and much like many of the deck building roguelikes that are out there, that's how this game plays, except this one with a twist, it is all done with dice. And so it adds a little bit of randomness to the game. And so I thought I'd show this off because I like this game a lot. And so, if you're interested, I would head on over to the Steam page and check it out. This is not sponsored. So, I'm not going to guarantee I'll be able to finish a run today. I find this game quite challenging. But, let's see how far we can get. We'll start a new run. And so, I have unlocked one character. I believe this is for beating the game just one time. And his name is Lisver. But today I will be playing as the starting character you get, and his name is Cinder. So, to start off, Cinder has 20 health. This is his starting relic. On odd turns, get a bonus gold and gain 1 energy every time you draw 15 dice. And then these are the starting dice. Red ones are just basic attacks. There are some different shades. So like this one, it does splash damage. So deal 6 damage to the target enemy and 3 damage to all non-target enemies. Blue are your block dice. Green are healing dice. And these purple ones are boost dice, which add whichever face value it is to the dice that is that many slots away. So we'll see that coming up. And I'm going to just play this on what would be no extra rules, just like Ascension 0 start of the game, just to show it off. So let's hop in. Area 1, the Buried City. Alright, so you can see here, here's our health, and you can open up your pack and you can see what's in your draw pile, what you have currently used and discarded, and then what's been exiled or used one time. If you hit this, you can draw 1 dice from your pile. And then here you can see is the enemy, what he's going to do next. So he'll attack you or me for 2 damage. And then this little sword icon shows that is the enemy that I am currently targeting. On your dice, on the bottom right there, is how much energy it will take to play. So I rolled a 4 on this dice, so if I throw this in our board, it'll do 4 damage to the enemy, and it'll add another attack dice, and there we'll do 7, and then I'll be out of energy. D4s don't cost any energy to play, so they are free, but they can only go as high as 4 on the face dice, or on the face of the dice. A D6 costs 1 to play, and then a D8 costs 2 to play. So if we hit finish, we do our attack, and we win. So then, much like other roguelikes, you get to draw a dice that will come up, and up at the top here, you can see what properties they have. So this block dice has the double dip property. On drawing this dice, draw 1 extra dice from your draw pile. And then this terrain dice, which is something we don't have in our basic deck, has the glass property, so it can only be used once. So terrains apply 3 boosts to the slot it is used on. And then this is a basic attack. So I think here, I don't tend to take the terrain, so I'm going to take it just to try it out. So then, much like Slay the Spire, this is like World 1, and so here's our final boss at the end of this area. There are 3 areas, and you just make your way through the board like you would in something like Slay the Spire. So, these are battle tiles, and here's an event tile, unknown tiles, a forge tile, discards, rests, and then these are like your elite bosses, treasures, and then there's a shop. So there is a difference. The shop tiles will give you the opportunity to put special abilities on your dice. much like that double dip property or the glass property. And then the forge tile will let you upgrade your dice, so make the face values of each side of the dice a little bit stronger. So I'm going to start by going right here. All right, and each enemy, some enemies, I should say, will have abilities. So this enemy here, neutralizer modifier. When killed, the actions of the next enemy will be canceled. So let's maybe try to go after that enemy. We will play that there. Do 6 damage. I'll play a boost dice just so you can see. So these locations each go up by 1. So this dice, now rather than doing 6 damage, it will do 7 damage. And I wonder if instead of doing that, maybe I can do that. Won't do as much damage, but now that has +3 on there. And I did not roll my dice very well this time. So 5 damage incoming. Let's make that go down to 1. And there we can get our attack up to 4. And then these terrain decrease. It looks like these terrain decrease 1 every turn. So now we're at +2 there rather than the +3 that we started with. So I think if we go like... Ooh, it doesn't do quite enough damage. I wonder if instead... Nope. Okay. I think I want to get rid of this guy just so we're not having to fight with that. And I will use my health dice so I can get 1 health back. Alright. And we do 7 damage there. Done. Alright. Basic puncture attack. If the target enemy has any shield any block, deal the 6 damage, if not deal 3. Okay, so you deal double with that. Block can get up to 8, and then gain +2 extra value for each dice on the board with the same type. And then a double dip. I don't know that I've ever used puncture, and I have noticed there's quite a few enemies I've run into with shields, so I'm going to take that. Show off random event space. The ground suddenly breaks. After landing on what looks like some wooden planks, you see a short grasshopper giving you a mean look. Pay for the damages. So I can heal him. Gain the comfy couch relic. Grant 1 glass property to the selected dice. Okay. Glass items will become ethereal, or you will only be able to use once per combat. Choose between 3 uncommon dice. Try to talk out of it. Gain 11 coins. Pacifist and gain Pacifist Dogma Curse. Receive -1 to all your attack rolls on turn 1. I'm gonna take this one. Choose between 3 uncommon dice. I'm gonna take this block dice here. And I took that just because it also has that pack property. So it'll get +2 for any other block dice that's on the board. And this dice gets to be played for free, which is very nice. So, show off Forge. So you get 1 free sample of an upgrade dice. So, the upgrade dice, you can increase the face values. You can increase the number on each one of the faces. So this is a D6. So I can increase this 6 times because there's 6 faces. So you can increase just each 1 time. Or if I reset that, I could increase these up something like that. So you can mix and match the way you want to do it. And I think I'm going to go with this. Might not be the best, but I'm going to do that. And you get one for free. And then I can also redistribute the face values of one dice. Here. And I don't have enough money to gain any of these relics. So I'm going to move on. We'll take another event. You start hearing a tingling sound getting closer. A tiny glowing creature seems to have taken a liking to you. Is there something you wish for, adventurer? I wish to be stronger. Choose between 2 offensive relics. I wish to be safer. Choose between 2 defensive relics. Or wish for nothing. Grant the grow property to 1 dice. After use, grow. After use, gain +1 extra value. I'm going to take an offensive relic. Hey, this one was just in the shop. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy for every dice on your hand at the end of the turn. Dice with the glass property get +3 extra value. I think I do have 1 or 2 glass dice in here. That one is glass. That one is glass. Those aren't... getting +3 health wouldn't be so bad. I think I am going to take the caffeinated feline, though. Just to get a little bit extra damage. This is a rest tile here. So you can heal or redistribute the value of faces from 1 dice. And I'm missing some health, so I will heal. And I believe if you do make it to one of those tiles with full health, I think you increase your max health by... You can increase your max health by 3. So this tile that I moved on to is an elite battle. So this is a more challenging battle, but at the end, you get the opportunity to take a relic. So... doing 4 damage, I'll take 1, that's fine. And this enemy here, he has the Tangler modifier. Applies the Tangled Shot effect to 1 random slot on the board for each time they deal damage to the player. So reduce the value of dice on the board in that slot by 1. So I have a -1 right there. So, if I go... Ooh, I don't have any attacks here. Maybe I will save that. Yeah, I'll do that. So I won't take any damage. And now I have +4 up there. So that'll do it for this enemy. And elite battles, you always have to fight 2 rounds of enemies. So now, after dispatching that enemy, you can see here I have these 2 left. This enemy has the Narcissist modifier. The enemy will increase its number of attacks if it doesn't receive damage. So we probably want to attack him first. Otherwise, we could get rid of him, and then he won't be able to do any damage. I could put that there and do 5. Yeah, let's do that. So he didn't get to move because of defeating that enemy, and he didn't increase his number of attacks. That was pretty good. 9 damage. Get some block. Yeah, that'll work. I'll heal. So I'll end this fight. Full health. Getting out of an elite battle with full health is always very, very good. Boost dice gain +1 boost when all available target slots have dice on them. Dice with all faces equal to +2 or higher gain extra value. That seems pretty good. Some of the... I'll have to go with this, the Manifesto. With 2 or higher. Draw dice. Gains +6 gold bonus. I'm gonna pass on that, I think. Getting extra free block. I'm gonna take the splash attack again, I think. And then you get to pick a potion. So gain plus 1d4 might. Might increases the attack dice damage. Heal for 1d6 for each enemy that's alive. And deal 1d6 for all enemies that are alive. I'm going to take the might potion. Treasure. Let's check out what we can get. So a relic. Get some gold. Empty chest. Whenever a dice rolls a face value of 0, draw 1 more dice. Okay. Not the greatest, but it's free, so I'll take it. The shop tile. So, for free, I can grant the hollow property to 1 dice. Reduce its cost by 1 energy. That is going to be very good on one of these splash dice, because I can then play a d8 for 1 less, which is very strong. Grant the heavy property. After use, lock it onto the board. Gain 1 extra value for each dice on the board next to it. I'm gonna skip on these for now, I think. You suddenly feel a chill down your spine. Your muscles tense, making it impossible to move. You look to your right. You see a grotesque abomination. I can either try to draw my sword, grant the heavy property to 1 selected dice, or try not to make a sound, grant the hollow property to a dice. Ooh, I'm going to take the hollow property. And again, I'm going to put this on one of my d8s. So I have just one, it doesn't cost 2. The monster is going its own way without really acknowledging you. You feel empty inside, and it's not until some seconds later that you come back to your usual self. Alright. That worked out pretty well. And you can see the enemies are getting stronger as we kind of make our way up the dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, if we play that there, 12. Get rid of this guy first. Maybe I should have taken that block dice before, because, oh boy, I do not have a lot in the deck right now. Okay, that'll get rid of that guy. We'll play the terrain dice, a block dice. It's not really worth healing, I guess, at this point, so. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have put that there. Oh no, that's going to work out just fine. And no reason to play that block dice there, but might as well use it. Gain the 1d4 boosted. Boost dice gain extra value. Gain block dice. Or 2d4 block. And deal 1d6 damage to all enemies. I'm going to take the minor block potion. Let's go. I'm not doing great on health, but let's go to this event tile for now. A tall, ornate statue shows a warrior from the past handing out a dull and rusty blade. You notice 3 openings in its body, as if you were meant to pierce the blade into one of them. Pierce the heart. Obtain the Crimson Blade relic. Excuse me. Attack dice get +4 extra value. You take 2 damage at the end of your turn. Okay. Pierce the lung. Obtain the frozen knife. Block dice get +2 at the end. Get +2 extra value. Heal dice get -1 extra value. And pierce the stomach. Attack dice get +2 extra value, and heal dice get -1. I'm kind of going more offensive on this, so I think I will pierce the stomach and get the melting knife. You pierce the stomach. Scorching flames release abruptly from the opening, burning your hand and making you step back. Alright, can only move to this forge tile. Definitely take the upgrade. I'm going to make one of these better. Yeah, let's do that. Let's check out what relics they have too, because I can get one of these. Checkered bow tie. At the start of the battle, gain 3 lucky. So that's rerolls. Suppressing eye. Target enemy reduces 1 on its attack value. I will definitely be taking that. And I'll use the last of that money that I have to increase this other D8 that I have. Yeah, let's do that. It'd be really nice to do this elite battle, but I'm trying to see. I thought there was a way to check your health. I'm sure there is. I'm sure I'm just missing it. Oh, there we go. 13 out of 20. I would like to heal up, I think, before this boss fight. So we'll take this random space. And we're in a fight. Great. Alright. Copycat modifier. The actions of this enemy are based on the dice you use this turn. Let's see. If I do that. Nice, there we go. One enemy down, nice. Oops, wanted to play that there. Get 1 less health, but that's okay. We'll get rid of this fly. Just one less enemy to deal with. And just down to this guy. So I can see here that I'm playing a pretty aggressive build, so hopefully that works out in my favor. It generally doesn't. What is close boost? D6. Add +3 to the value of any dice 1 slot away. Okay. I don't recognize this dice, actually. Since the last time I played, they may have... There was just an update right before I started this game up, so there might have been a recent update that I wasn't aware of. Let's see. I'm going to take that. That's pretty good. And we'll heal up. And our first boss. It's a big guy riding a scorpion. So I do know this boss has sort of a special gimmick. So this one has a there's this slot on the board that says small opening. Attack dice on this board slot target the scorpion rider. So the scorpion rider has 12 health, while the scorpion itself has 150. And I believe if you're able to, well, when you are able to kill the scorpion, the scorpion rider, he gets knocked out, and then the scorpion is stunned for a couple of turns. Let's just go all out. But you cannot target the scorpion rider directly. You have to put a dice in this in the small opening spot. Alright, so that'll do that. Let's put a terrain dice down, maybe right there. Yes, so now they are stunned and won't attack this round. Ooh, +2. Well, I didn't draw any attack dice. There we go. That's... Oh yeah, there we go. Big damage. +1. I don't think there's a way to get both of those boosted, but that's fine. And after a couple rounds, he comes back. So we have to defeat the rider one more time. I think one more time, then we'll have him. Rather than doing that, we'll do that. This game is very... I love all the different roguelikes that come out. They're also... So many of them are so unique. Like, I love this idea. I know I've said it. I said it at the top of the video, but this is really... I think this is a very unique idea for a roguelike, and being a person who likes D&D a lot, this dice mechanic and everything, just it feels really, really good. And that's going to do it. That's it for the first floor. We're moving on up. Let's see. My relic promo ticket, shops and forges will now include one additional free sample. Block dice reduce their energy cost. Ooh, both of these are really good. At this point, I'd be able to play all my block dice for free. Let's see. I think I am going to take the block dice for now. No, hey, one of my cats is getting on top of my computer. What? 1 second, YouTube. Sorry about that, YouTube. I had to grab my cat. One of my cats. She's very, very intrigued by the top of my computer, and I wish she would not be. Okay. Let's see. I can get mirror dice, copy any dice that's that number many slots away. That's pretty good. Although, I'm going all out attack. Thorns, gain +3 thorns, which deals damage back. I'm going to take more attack dice. And this one, heal 3 plus 2d4 for each enemy alive. So that's the potion that I took there. Area 2, the Monarch's Grove. So now we have some different enemies. So this enemy, weak spot. Place dice in all these slots to reduce the attack value of the incoming enemy. So if we put those like that, he'll only do 4. Unfortunately, I'll still take a little bit of damage. Ooh, can I get... Well, that's free. That'll heal me. There we go. I could replace a potion, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to get a little bit of money for that. So when you skip a reward, you do end up getting money for it. So let's take a look here, going down the board. So there's our boss at the end. Probably want to end up... I think I'm going to go top here. It's always... I learned very quickly in playing Slay the Spire that it's very important to look ahead. Otherwise, sometimes you end up making a bad decision and down the road having a very hard time because there's nowhere to heal. Alright, that'll do 7. Alright, so I'd like to get rid of that guy first. Put that like that. It's free. Oh, I guess if I forgot about that relic that I have. Oops. Alright, big damage, and we're done. Oh, let's see. Healing dice, glass, and faulty can't be upgraded. Let's get some more money. This full offense build is... And I also tend, if you watched my if you've watched my run, my first video that I did of Dungeon Claw, I said, and I very much am a person who tends to overdeck themselves, so I'm doing my best not to do that. Boy, where do we go here? This guy does more damage if you don't attack him, so I'm going to get rid of that guy first. I think that's going to work out because of the splash attack damage. No, that's a different dice. That's, Oh, maybe I didn't take that dice. I thought I did. Or am I crazy? Let's do everything like that. If we attack... Yeah, we'll do this. Get a little bit of damage on everybody. Get the big enemy out of there. Get a little bit of healing. And just like that. Oh, I probably could have healed the rest if I threw those other dice in there. Oh, toxic attack dice. On use, apply 2 poison to the target enemy. Or we could block. What are we looking like right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 12, 13 dice. We'll take a block. It's free, I guess. I can use it for free with that item I have. Alright, free upgrade sample. This one probably wouldn't be too bad. It's all 3s. Let's do that. And then, now in the other shops, this was the upgrade we had, but now that we're on level 2, we have these upgrades that are available, which moves, you can go from your silver tier dice, which you can see these have a little silver tier outline, and then the back of the card is silver, up to gold tier dice. So you can increase the face values one more time. If there are no block dice on the board at the end of your turn, gain +3. Okay. Every time you gain block, gain an additional. I am going to take that because that's pretty decent. Okay. What do we got here? Perfect. That'll get rid of one enemy. Well, I'll probably get rid of this guy next. That'll work. Just get a little bit of health. All right. And I I drew no attack dice. There we go. Let's see. Some potions. I'll skip. If there's any roguelikes that you guys know about that are maybe not as well known, it'd be great if you threw them in the comments because I love these games. I really, really love them. So, let's see. As you traverse the dense grove, a warm mist falls in the air, and a long, sound-like lake appears before you. Giant lily pads stretch across the water. They look walkable but unstable. The far shore feels deceptively distant. Okay, so jump across the lily pads. If you roll 8 or more, grant the loaded property to one selected dice. On reroll, gain +2 extra value. If you roll less than 8, you randomly grant it. Go for a swim. On 8, you get dense property. Gain +3 extra value for each dice on the board. Dice energy cost is now 2. Or take the long way. Problem with this one is I don't have a reroll. Oh, wait. So I think that's saying... Yeah, I think I'm going to take the long way around. Those don't really help me. Unsure about the nature of this lake, you go round the water until the old bridge reveals itself. Precarious, but sufficient to cross over the other side. Get some money and a relic. Drosophila pheromones. On elite battle, replace the first mob with a flyphant. That's really, really good. Let's see here. Discard 1 dice and remove all properties from 1 dice. And now I don't believe... No, I don't believe you can remove... Oh, you can remove glass here. Because this one has faulty. I would love to remove glass from that dice. So now I can use that dice more than just once per combat. As you wander through a dimly lit area, you discover a collection of colored crystals glowing in the distance. The dice in your bag react with a faint glint. Touch the amber crystal. Change shape of 1 selected dice to a D8. Touch silver crystal. Increase +1 on all faces from 2 selected basic dice. Touch the fuchsia crystal. Randomize all faces from 1 selected dice. Well, I still have a number of basic dice around. Change the shape of 1 dice to D8. Oh, there's that dice that I was confused about. It's the puncture dice. I'm going to increase all the face value +1 on one of these. This one would probably be pretty good. I'm going to do that. Shortly after your finger stops touching the crystal, all the lights begin to fade away. Without wasting a second, you rush to the exit, leaving the darkness behind. Okay, good. I hit skip on it and got worried for a second. Let's go to this rest tile. Since I have that, since I have this relic, I'd like to fight that elite battle. So, here we go. Heal. Increase your max stamina by 3 because I'm coming in with full health. So, now I've gone from 20 to 23 max health. And I'll tell you, that 3 can go a long way. Okay, so for free I get the retry. Once per turn you can reroll. So it would have been kind of nice to have that that one before. But you get lucky and sometimes you don't. Getting a reroll on one of these would be kind of nice. Maybe I'll do this guy here. Let's see. And I think I'm going to save my money as well. So, to the elite. Oh man, this makes fighting the elite so much easier. Because you don't have one of the hard enemies right away. All right. Let's see. Ooh, adds thorns to a random enemy. Well, I would like to get rid of these. Let's see here now. Let's try to get rid of this guy. Can I, if I put that there, that right there. Hey, buddy. So, hi. Sorry, one of my other cats has moved my microphone. So, this is I think the first video that I'm recording on this channel. This probably will go up before anything else, but I have my wife and I have 4 cats, and they love to come hang out, especially when I'm playing video games. So sorry for the interruptions this time. They're a little more awake and roaming than the last couple times that I've recorded. All right. You should also look. Bulwark modifier. Its attack value will be equal to its block value at the start of a turn. Okay, so as long as I just keep attacking this guy and keeping his block down, we should be alright. Let's do an extra damage. Oh yeah, big damage. Here we go. Took a little more damage than I was hoping to that time. Bucket of paint. If you have 5 or more dice of the same type in your deck, gain an energy. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I don't. For every 6 dice used, deal 4 damage to a random enemy at the end of your turn. All attack. Well, oh, there could have been. Oh well. Yeah. Lethal attack. Deal 8 damage to the target enemy. If this dice contributes to a kill, deal 8 to a random enemy. That's also very good. Let's see. Potion. I am a little low on health. Well, we're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it, and I might end up regretting that, but we'll find out. All right, so this is one of the enemies. So this bee here, generous modifier. At the start of your turn, place a honey dice on the board, and that honey covered reduce half the value of the dice on the board in this slot. And then the other thing is this guy has a voltage modifier. At the start of your turn, applies volt plus slot and volt minus slot to 2 random slots on the board. And then volt minor. So reduce times 0.05 to the value, or 0.5 of the value of the dice on this board slot. Connect with the volt to reverse this effect. So you want to end up connecting these. And the nice thing is you can place this honey block anywhere you want. I don't believe it does work for this, though. Nope. So if we go there, like that, we'll do 12. Draw one. Let's see here. I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. I'd like to get rid of this. Oh. Well, there was nothing I could have done there. Well, hey. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Did not intend for that to be the end of the video, but, well, there it is. So, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed Die in the Dungeon. This is a great little game. I highly recommend checking it out on Steam, buying it for yourself, and playing around with it. This game is actively in development and is being updated, and I can't tell you the number of times I've started this game up and gone, oh wait, that wasn't in here last time. Even this time I noticed some items that I didn't know. And hey, if you'd like to see me play more of this on the channel, drop a comment down below, and I'd love for you to come back, and I'd love to show this game off a little bit more. So I guess without further ado, maybe because I was talking about my cats a little bit, maybe I'll throw a picture of my cats in the video too, just so you can see them, because gosh, they're cute. I love them so much. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.